Okay, G-Force. Do you want to, like, go away? We're alright. Welcome to Torpid Casts. Today we're going to be witnessing Tarsonis playing as the Inquisitor here on Ashes of Typhon. Ashes of Typhon Vanilla. So this part of the map is still floating. I'm going to be missed. We're not going to be using that today. So this is a very laney map, as you can see, up against Sparkky with his Hive Tyrant. Probably a pretty bad situation to be playing the Nids, I would say. This map in general, Ashes of Typhon, not a lot of good cover. Most of the cover on the map is destructible, which is pretty awful when you're trying to fight IG. And there's not a lot of sources of green cover in the first place, even when it hasn't been destroyed. So overall, pretty rough, and charging forward down lanes is not really how Tyranids are meant to be played. They're meant to exploit their speed, attack you from multiple angles, with a bunch of units. So this map really plays into the hands of the Imperial Guard. Oh, I forgot to go offline. God, it's so annoying. I'm on an absolute binge today and I'm going offline, and then I'm going back invisible so I can actually do things. Then I'm going offline again. And I can't even remember. Sparkky going for a little bit of an interesting build here, 2-2. It's interesting against IG. It's pretty common otherwise. I don't know what the best would be on this map. Probably just go triple termers, improve synapse. Probably just the best thing, because you are going to have to fight head on quite a lot. And homers, when they can't flank, just feel not great, especially against IG. Inquisitor caught out here though. She's not really going to achieve a whole lot. She wants some support from the Sentinel. Tarsonis, quite slow to react here. It's going for a heavy weapons team, nothing wrong with that on this map. As I say, very laney. Basically, wherever you put the heavy weapons team, you will cover that end. If you put it here, they can't get through. Put it here, then this is closed off. Obviously, you know, Hive Tyrant can't be suppressed, so he can sort of walk in if something else takes the fire at first. Bioplasma is probably quite good as well. It's actually buffed in the next patch. I think this will be the final replay from the current patch. And then we'll move on to the, well, not the current patch, the old patch at this point by the time this replay comes up. I think it's 2.9.11. And then we're now on to 2.9.12. Good stomp. Heavy weapons team is right there. Needs to focus fire the Hive Tyrant though. Oh, it's not. It's shooting Homagants. No, that was a fail. Yeah, you've got to focus fire the Hive Tyrant because he'll just do that. And now the homers are free to maraud the poor guardsman. Inquisitor's having a good time up here though, slaying some termagants. That's fun for her. If she used a Hammer of the Witches, I didn't notice. That would have been good to control the Hive Tyrant as well. So you get a lot of tools as the Inquisitor. Very good matchup for her. Can sort of bait the Hive Tyrant into attacking your heavy weapons team, making him think that he's going to get in, then hit him with the Hammer of the Witches, and obviously then he's at closer range, so the heavy weapons team actually does more damage. Guardsman down here just running around the side, trying to get some capping done, going for the natural, caught out by a Warrior Brood, which is not a happy time for them. But of course, they can't deal with the Sentinel, it's too quick. So it's going to poke its way at them. They've got that heavy infantry carapace though, so it's going to take quite some time. Bit of an overly defensive positioning there from the heavy weapons team, I think. We should have Stomp available on the Sentinel anyway. And the Inquisitor is just going to go down this eastern portion of the map and rout the remaining Gaunts. So that's fine. Not a bad little engagement there from Sparkky. Not sure that getting the decap on the wreck there is worth losing the Warrior Brood model. Well, it's not. There's no way. But it was a good effort nonetheless. He put on a lot of pressure. He's buying himself time. Oh, I was going to say before his gen farm gets hit, but yeah, he doesn't have a gen farm because he's going for a super heavy tier 1, which is very appropriate for the Tyranids. Oh, this is weird. What? Triple Guardsman? In this day and age? That's not common. I would have expected Attrition Devils. You know, you have got double Homers and you've got Hive Tyrant, not more Guardsmen. That's a bit strange. No upgrades on the Hive Tyrant, so still somewhat vulnerable to the heavy weapons team. Yeah, these guys have got way too close. He needs to redirect his Arc of Fire to shoot the things at the closest though, because, yeah, wow. Oh my goodness. Look at those termagants getting gibbed. The bolter is the real deal. But yeah, we've got Raveners out now, so they'll be able to burrow under and deal with the heavy weapons team, which is why, again, I would have gone for Catachans. They could really hurt the Raveners when they do that with them shotguns. And then they can hold reliable the blob to buy yourself more time, and then explosive shot the Raveners. Meanwhile, the heavy weapons team can pull back and reset up. Triple guardsman, wow, this is really quite something. I mean, yeah, Raveners running in here is not really very smart. There's just... oh my god, too much pacing damage, man. Tarsonis, a little bit slow on his heavy weapons team micro, though. Let the warriors get in, but it doesn't matter. They don't have enough DPS output themselves to actually force off the guardsmen here, so it's not really a big deal. He pushes them off, but, you know, Sparky's doing quite well to keep the pressure on. He's always seems to be in Tarsonis' 50% of the map, but maybe this is, in the long term, playing into Tarsonis' hands. I'm not too sure. Maybe. Because Tarsonis is so far ahead in tech. Sparky now dropping down. Yeah, his free gens come down now. He's got a nice little VP lead as Sparky, if nothing else. That's good for him. And he's at it again. Hormagaunts flanking. Nomina guardsman. But rotation of the heavy weapon team is going to deal with that, and then you save your Hammer of the Witches to deal with the Hive Tyrants. That's good play by Tarsonis there. Didn't manage to take the top VP though. Probably should rotate one of the guardsmen to deal with that. Look, the Horde is coming again. Unrelentless. The unrelenting Horde of Tyranids, man. That's what they're like. No toxin sacks on the Termagants. I mean, I suppose he can't really afford it, can he? Look at his eco. Banewolf would have been amazing for Tarsonis. Unfortunately, I don't think he's got enough red for it. Which is really, really unfortunate for him, because it would be beautiful right now. It's so good against Tyranids anyway. The Chem Cannon damage does extra to warriors, but it's also, the splash is just sufficient to absolutely wreck Gaunts too. And, you know, he's so far ahead in tech right now, it would get rid of all the gens, and it slows enemies, so it's great against these high-speed hordes of Tyranids. Missile launcher on the Sentinel would be a pretty obvious choice as well. A lot more damage output then. You've got the Inferno pistol on the Inquisitor, also an obvious choice. Judgment can straight up wipe squads of Gaunts in retreat if you pull it off. A Sail to control the Warrior Brood when they're running in. But yeah, he's got no red for the Banewolf, so instead of getting the Chimera for the vehicle rush, he's going for the Ogryns. I'm not sure that Tarsonis realises quite how far ahead he is in tech. Oh, look at all those lasguns though. That is going to melt those Homers. Triple guardsman and a sentinel is a lot of lasguns. Ravenous still in play, but I don't think they should get... no, I don't think they should engage here. They're only on like 60% HP. They're going to get melted by all these lasguns. It's not worth it. Not that close to the base. So Sparky's going to use his speed, he's going to disengage, and he should be alright. Let's see, where's the heavy weapons team going? Oh, it stays static. Yeah, so this is it. He's frightened to engage, because if he blobs all the guardsmen up, the sentinel will be fine with the triple repairs. However, it's going to leave him vulnerable to a Burrow Strike from the Raveners. He's going to dissuade the Tyranid blob though with a Health Fury Strike. I'm not sure that was the best application of it. Health Fury is pretty amazing because it does full damage on retreat. I think he should have probably saved it for a retreat wipe. I think he'd have been fine there. Just needed to split his guardsmen up a little bit. And he should have won that fight, I think. It was only the Ravener Burrow Strike that was scary, but they were quite low HP. So I don't think he needed to use the Health Fury there. Regardless, I'm going to be setting up nicely here to deal with the Hive Tyrant. If he did engage, he'd just get stomped. Risk getting wiped by Ogryns in retreat. And yep, we got the Inferno pistol. But Sparky is already tier 2. So this tech lead by Tarsonis, not very powerful. I mean, I guess he just didn't realise how far ahead he was. Sparky gone for 5 gens, which is a bit excessive. Which is why he now has loads of power. But maybe he's just going to try and stall, given the fact that he has a big VP lead, and mostly skipped tier 2. We'll see. I'm I'm not sure what he could really get right now. Definitely wouldn't want a Tyrant Guard against IG. Not with triple Guardsmen potentially getting plasma guns. Yikes, that'd be bad. Then he's got the Ogrins. He's got AV, Melter damage. I think maybe just get a Gene Stealer and then go straight to tier 3 for Sparkky would be the play. And just generally avoid army versus army fights until then. Until you can get your Carnifex train out. And he's doing a good job with that, rotating down the bottom. He is going for a Gene Stealer as well. Nice. Then you get your Adrenal Glands and the Warriors. Got the Hive Tyrant too. We've not really seen the Hive Tyrant do too much. It's mostly sort of been side capping. Obviously no upgrades on him, so you can't expect too much. Oh, these guys look dead. Yeah, yikes. Trying to retreat through. Double Homers and Warriors there. I don't even think they had their Sergeant, so that's one of the Guardsmen down at least. I'm not sure that Tarsonis is too badly damaged by that though, if I'm being completely honest. The Sentinel, it's not as impactful as it is in tier 1 at this point. The Tyranid units in tier 2 kind of start getting too durable. Even the Gaunts, when they get melee Synapse, the Homer Gaunts become pretty ridiculous for a Sentinel with a multi-last to deal with. And so you can mostly ignore the Sentinel, you don't have to sort of stand and trade with it with Termagants. So therefore the repairs of the Guardsmen are less impactful. And now it's ultimately less upkeep for Tarsonis, and he is actually going to tier 3 far sooner than Sparkky ever is. Sparkky running out of requisition, and certainly has an excess of power, which is again generally why you don't go for more than 4 gens. This is quite common.
We just need to find an edge.
Yeah, no Adrenal Glands yet for the Warriors either, which seems very odd. It's such a really cost-effective upgrade. Okay, it's coming now. It's a lot of wreck in it, 120. Let's just have a look at his upkeep. 71 pop. Oh god, yeah, 187, 197 now. Because he's just regained what? I don't know. Oh, he lost both of these wrecks, so they need to mature back up to 30. Yeah, his wreck income right now is really bad. That's not good. And any bleed that he incurs is only going to make this even worse. Oh, Brave Raveners. Going into melee there with the Inquisitor. But yeah, they just want to get out. They don't want to take this fight. Because Sparkky, I think, is aware that he is really struggling for wreck and he doesn't want to bleed. So he's going to push down the bottom. He's got the Gene Stealers now and he's got the melee Synapse. So he's got a big melee blob here. And he's basically split his army into melee and ranged. Ranged Ravs. Dual Termers, but he's losing all the power now. And I mean, he's got an excess of power, but he won't for long. Like, if he purchases tier 3, he's going to be basically out of power at that point, and he doesn't have a lot of income. So that's an issue, because there is currently a Leman Russ coming out for Tarsonis. Without a Venom Cannon Carnifex, that is going to be really tough to deal with. Ooh, we got the Assail there on the Warrior. Oh dear, oh this is a fuck up. I don't know what happened to the Hive Tyrant there. He seems to be getting path blocked by what, I don't know. But taking way too long to get into melee with a heavy weapons team. Oh my god, still hasn't tied this fucker up. Yeah, and the Warriors and the Gene Stealers get routed. Finally, the ranged Tyranids arrive for reinforcements, but honestly, it feels like that was so late. He's actually doing alright here, because the Ogrins aren't present. The Ogrins are in the base. The weapons team does manage to reset up, but again, not focus firing the Hive Tyrant. So he just goes into melee. Bonded Exoskeleton purchase on this bad boy. 9 seconds of invulnerability, man. What a good ability. And a decent amount of HP regen, and a fat amount of extra max HP too. But he is just basically here to tie up heavy weapons teams, because he doesn't do much damage without a weapon upgrade. Not against kiting units, anyway. So, Leman Russ arrives. Sparky's going to grab a Venom Brood, but I think he shouldn't, to be honest. I think he should just get tier 3 as soon as possible. I think at this point a Venom Brood could bleed him quite a lot, especially if these Guardsmen start picking up plasma guns. If this thing gets an Executioner Cannon, which it probably should because of Tarsonis' lead. You might not realise how far ahead he is, but he probably should. I mean, Sparky's got an absolutely massive army, and he just took out 5 gens of Sparky, so you should know that a Carnifex isn't going to be coming anytime soon. Nah, apparently not, because he's going for Vanquisher. which is going to be really quite inferior in this instance. Obviously, I know that Sparkky is in tier 2 and there's no Carnifex. If you want to deal with the Carnifex, you go Vanquisher. But there's not going to be a Carnifex for a very long time, so Executioner will just annihilate the Tyranid army. The sheer level of DPS is going to be insane because it does bonus damage against heavy infantry, kind of like the Beowulf. Bonus damage to heavy infantry, but also a splash which will melt the gaunts. So really, it just kills everything except the hero. Super, super fast. Oh, I forgot Sparkky is the Hive Tyrant, so he can get the Venom Cannon on the Hive Tyrant, which, yeah, that'll be alright. That'll do something against the Leman. Obviously, the Leman should disengage. The other problem is it now has the Vanquisher, which gives it extra range, so it shouldn't really be in range of the Venom Cannon or the Hive Tyrant for too often. Genestealer's rushing in, going to get caught by the Assail, but that means that the Warriors don't get caught by the Assail. Good God, that is a big blob. Imagine if you had a rocket run right now. Unfortunately, Tarsonis not got the red for that rocket run. That would have been dirty. But the Tyranids are just so tough. Look at them charging forward. An attempted Brood Nest there by Sparkky, just completely wasted. I think Sentinel's going in for a stomp, but yeah, he's in a bad spot. That's a lot of ranged units from the Tyranids there. Has he got triple Termers? No, it's just the Ravener Brood icon. Right, fucking hell. I was going to say, where did the triple come from? Yeah, he pushes off the Leman. Oh my goodness, what is he doing here? He's gone for the Bioplasma. I think the Bioplasma on the Venom Cannon Carnifex does a lot of AV damage. It doesn't on the Hive Tyrant. That would be crazy because it's a tier 1 ability. But yeah, Genestealers and Warrior Brood, they've done their thing now. They've done their job. They need to get out of there. They don't want to bleed. Sparkky needs to be careful. They definitely did a great job there, pushing forward. Oh my god, Sparkky, get the Warriors out. No, he's going to lose the Warriors. He's forgot about them. Oh shit, they retreated too late. But he snags the fucking Leman. Oh my goodness. Through the 30 HP per second double Guardsman repairs there, Venom Cannon, Hive Tyrant proving quite valuable indeed. In tandem with the Venom Brood, you see nothing actually focusing on the Venom Brood. We're going to see a Hell Fury, but again, I really have to question that Hell Fury from Tarsonis. Why? Why the Hell Fury? And now Tarsonis is just going to get under the Leman. Not a terrible idea. The Leman should still be effective against this composition, but really should have had an Executioner and not a Vanquisher. Okay, Hive Tyrant, hello? Hive Tyrant! No, Sparkky, what are you doing? What's he looking at? Looking over here? Ogryns have just been sidecapping the entire time. They have not been participating in these army versus army fights. That's kind of mental. Yeah, this is not necessarily a great fight for the Genestealers because they use your red. Well, yeah, I guess the Genestealers would be fine then. We'll use your red being used just to deal with the Homers. Oh god, what is going on over here? Now a heavy weapons team just got wiped by a Hormigaunt squad, and now Sparkky has forgot about his Hormigaunt squad. Now the Hormigaunt squad is going to die. Inquisitor force melee. She's still got a sword. Yeah, should die here. Can the Inferno Pistol hit? Doesn't matter. Hammer of the Witches. Bang. Hormigaunt squad down. Holy shit, look at the rosters though. Sparkky has so many more units. It is incredible. Genestealer's down here. Genestealer's actually done quite good, I think. They're quite a cheap unit. For a tier 2 unit, they are very cheap. There's no doubt about it. No ranged synapse on the Venom Brood, which is strange. It's like this Ravener's going to get slain. Yeah. Took a lot of las guns there. VP's still looking quite close. Sparkky does have the lead still though, but he's still behind in tech. Okay, Ogryns just swapped to Bolgrins. It's alright. Now, if you're Tarsonis, I guess you go for the Kasrkin, right? If you go for Kasrkin now, then you'll have a good composition. Losing the heavy weapons team kind of sucked. That would have been nice to fall back to with his mobile units. Still no Executioner on the Leman, which seems absolutely bonkers. Genestealer's not really able to do much to vehicles until they get tier 3 and can get their Rending Talons. Then they do get heavy melee, then they can actually hurt the vehicles. Yeah, Kasrkin now. Ooh, this is a good comp for Tar. But he needs to be fast, man. Look at this. Wow, 3-0 cap against him. Even with the tank out, he just can't output enough damage to deal with the Tyranids, who just keep pushing forward and taking the VPs. Sparkky really needs to be careful with these brood nests. He keeps building them way too close, and he's actually losing loads of red unnecessarily with it. Big Bioplasma. Oh, mostly missed the guardsman there. Oh, that could have done huge damage if it actually hit them. They didn't retreat in time. One more guardsman squad on the field. Okay, here we go. We're getting the executioner. That'll be effective. Genestealers are going to go forward to try and tank some damage along with the Hive Tyrant. Hive Tyrant's so tanky, man. He's so good. Here comes the executioner. This will hurt the Genes. Yeah. Oh my god, he snagged it again. With the Venom Cannon. Wow. I don't know what Tarsonis is doing. He's gone for grenade launchers as well, which is probably not a very good idea. Probably should have just kept them hotshot las guns or plasma guns. One or the other. Hotshot obviously better against the Hive Tyrant and the Genes and the Ravs, the Termers. Plasma would kill the Venom and the Warriors really fast. Oh dear, I think Tarsonis has thrown this one. He's just got overwhelmed by an utter spam of Tyranids, which is beautiful to see actually. You know, this is how Tyranids should win. And we don't even see any rippers from the Tyranids either. To tie up all those ranged units of the IG. What are the Bulgarians doing? They've just still been running down the sidelines on their own? Yeah, they have, yeah. I guess this is why the Genestealers are a really nice choice. As long as the Genestealers go alongside the Adrenaland Warrior Brood, they should be able to beat Bulgarians quite easily. Bulgarians actually are not really any better than Ogrins against melee. In fact, they might even be worse because they lose use your head. On demand, not back in melee is so powerful. Slapping down the tower. Bonk, 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 bonk. Good amount of XP there if you're the only one who kills a tower, isn't there? Look at the damage that Bulgarians take from ranged, though. Obviously being super heavy infantry, so they take reduced damage from piercing. And then also when they're in combat, they take 25% less range damage. So they just shrugged off all of the damage there, didn't they? Heavy weapons squad coming out for Tarsonis. It's quite lit. Heavy weapons team. He's given up on the Leman Russ at this point. He can't keep them alive. I find... Okay, swapped to plasma gun. Yeah, that's better. Again, a really aggressive brood nest. And an okay rocket run. I don't think... Yeah, it's not going to get any wipes. It really wasn't the best. Double plasma on both of his guardsmen, but no commissars on them. I think at this point you just get commissars on them. Make them as durable as possible. You know what would have been good, I think, for Tarsonis? A medical bunker. Never mind, would have. Still probably would be quite good. Sparkky would be in a much better situation if we didn't waste so much red on these brood nests. Finally, the invulnerability of the bonded exoskeleton runs out and the Hive Tyrant flees. I wonder if an autocannon would be a good choice here for the heavy weapons team. Sparkky has to get a Carnifex out now, and you know what? He's got the time to do it. 222 VPs for him left. Only 51 for Tarsonis. Big advantage for Sparkky, I think. They're now quite similar in economic terms. Kaskin needs to get the hell out of there with Genestealers getting into melee. That's not good. Let's see how the Bulgarians fare here against the Genestealers. Genestealers not in the melee synapse, so definitely not as strong as they could be. They're doing quite well. Are these Death Spitters? Yeah, they are. Yeah, Death Spitters do Inferno damage, so they're actually hurting these Bulgarians quite a bit. Even with all the resistances that Bulgarians get to range damage. And again, yeah, you see the power of the Genestealers. As I say, Bulgarians, they're more of a ranged unit counter. They're not really a melee unit counter, so that's not really an ideal fight for them, trying to duel Genestealers. I'm not sure. I think they probably would have won it just about if the Death Spitters weren't contributing, but yeah, it's not. That's super cost ineffective. Genestealer squad is way weaker, way cheaper. And of course it wasn't even in Synapse. Imagine if it was in melee Synapse, that would have been yikes. But that is quite a Tyranid blob. Hive Tyrant once again just has to run onto the VP and all the ranged nids can move forward and blast away. They're having a good time. Even the heavy infantry armor of the Kasachin here is not enough to protect them from the sheer DPS that is coming out of all these nids. Is this... yeah, the Death Spitters in the back. This is the problem. They will hurt Kassakin quite a lot. And we have a Neuro for up now. Paroxysm, beautifully placed actually, because it slows down. Oh, beautiful combo, nicely done. Cataclysm and Bioplasma doing a lot of AoE damage over time here, as you can see. Absolutely melting the Guardsmen. These Guardsmen are going to get wiped. 5 HP, so lucky. Paroxysm, of course, that does percentage-based damage with a multiplier against things like super heavy infantry. So done a lot of damage there to the Bulgrins. And the Hive Tyrant is just going to attempt to tank its way through all the damage. And it probably will. Inquisitor's just clearing out the structures that the Tyranids have formed. Which is fine, I guess. Man, look at it, level 6 already. But, yeah, no, this is not a good idea. Bulgrins need to get the hell out of here. What are they doing? There's Gene Stealers coming in. There's probably another Paroxysm soon as well. You can't knock them over with Cataclysm. They are immune to weapon knockbacks. That was a bit of a strange choice, but... wow, yeah, Tarsonis. Oh, man, I don't know what he was focusing on there. I guess looking down here, worrying, panicking about the Hive Tyrant. He's screwed. Pergarsus would have been a great choice at this point. Look at how much the Tyranids are blobbing up. You stun their entire army, and then you finalize it on top of the Venom Brood and try and get some synaptic backlash. Could have been very strong. Nice frag grenade. But yikes, this AoE damage from the zone for up, the Neuro for up even, is pretty bad. Gene Stealers probably should have finished off the Kassakin. Does it matter? No, it doesn't. They kill him anyway with the ranged assets and the Cataclysm of the Neuro for up. Beautiful work coming out of the Neuro for up there in the late game. Gorgeous stuff. That was what he needed, because Tarsonis was scared of getting Leman Russ, because he kept losing a Leman Russ to a Hive Tyrant and a Venom Brood. And you know what? Sparkky did really well there, recognising, he's gone for 2 Lemans, and now he's not getting any. He's getting a lot of weird shit. Heavy weapons teams in tier 3. Clearly, he doesn't feel confident in using the Lemans against me. So, actually, instead of getting a Carnifex in tier 3, I'll just spec into this. Anti-infantry crowd control. And my AV team, yeah, I'll swap them to Inferno damage, which can be good against all targets, including the Bulgrins. And it worked out perfectly for Sparkky. Really, Tarsonis sort of fell into the trap there by not getting a Leman. Right now, the only AV on the field is literally the Hive Tyrant. And he doesn't have a Leman. And realistically speaking, if you play it properly, you shouldn't even be losing a Leman to a Venom Brood and a Hive Tyrant. That's ridiculous. They should need to have a Venom Cannon Carnifex to be able to take out a Leman, because the Venom Brood and the Hive Tyrant are so slow. Excruciator the Venom Brood, Hammer of the Witches the Hive Tyrant, layer it with some heavy weapons teams. How are they killing your Leman? But they did twice, and yeah, it was kind of the bane of Tarsonis. There you go, I really liked that Nid play there from Sparkky, a really swarmy, thematic build. He lost so many models as witnessed by the map, yet nonetheless, he pushed through and won the game of Attrition against the Imperial Guard, which is quite impressive. That is going to be all from your boy Torpid this time. I am signing out. Peace.